From deadly pandemic to natural disasters, the year 2020 is still far from over. Yet, it has already been full of surprises that no one, not a single one, has ever asked for. Here are some of the worst and unbelievable happenings that have left us in awe so far. Let's start off with the most obvious, the novel coronavirus or COVID-19. It was first detected in December 2019 in Hubei, Wuhan City, province of China. Early research suggests that it originated in a horseshoe bat and then somehow spread to humans by a snake or pangolin. The disease is now spreading between people without any animal intermediary. Today, we have almost 43 million confirmed cases across the globe, with 1,500,000 deaths. There is no vaccine to prevent infection with the COVID-19 virus yet, but promising vaccines from the UK, US, China and Russia are being developed. Who knows when this COVID-19 era will end? But for now, let's all stay safe by washing your hands, boosting your immune system, cleaning and disinfecting, practice social distancing, and wearing a face mask. Australia has always been experiencing bushfires, but the record-breaking temperatures and months of severe drought have fueled a series of massive bushfires across the continent. The 2019 to 2020 Australian bushfire season, or the Black Summer, was more intense and widespread than in Australia's past bushfires. From September 2019 to March 2020, fires heavily affected various regions of the state of New South Wales. In eastern and northeastern Victoria, large areas of forest burned out of control for 4 weeks before the fires emerged from the forests in late December. Multiple states of emergency were declared across New South Wales, Victoria, and the Australian Capital Territory. Since the start of the relentless fire, a staggering 18 million hectares has been burned. Killed at least 34 people, and an estimated 3 billion animals were killed or displaced. The last fires were extinguished in February 2020, however the damage was so extensive across the country and ranks as one of the worst wildlife disasters in modern history. On Sunday of January 26, Los Angeles Lakers legendary Kobe Bryant's death shocked the world and left NBA fans, his friends and family in an unimaginable grief. The Black Mamba, who was traveling with his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna, and 7 others to his sports academy, met with a fatal helicopter crash in Calabasas, near Los Angeles. The pilot of the helicopter was warned he was flying too low to be picked up by radar and given direction by air traffic control under visual flight rules. Minutes before the crash, their pilot was trying to get special permission to fly through foggy conditions. Moments later, the helicopter climbed to 2,000 feet to avoid a cloud layer, descended at 4,000 feet per minute, and crashed into the mountainside at 1,400 feet. The helicopter was reportedly flying at 185 miles per hour at the time of the crash. In the autopsy reports released, it was confirmed that all of them sustained immediate fatal injuries caused by blunt trauma. The Taal volcano in Batangas, Philippines, erupted on the afternoon of January 12, 2020, 43 years after its previous eruption in 1977. Nearly 1 million people were evacuated after the volcano began spewing lava, triggering earthquakes and emitting massive plumes of ash and steam out of its crater that have spread across the island of Luzon and beyond. The phreatic, or steam-driven eruption of Taal volcano, has resulted in 3 billion pesos damages to the Philippines' agricultural sector. Affected at least 16,000 hectares of land, as well as 2,000 animals in the region. Over 15,000 families, or about 66,000 individuals, have also been evacuated following Taal's eruption. To date, Taal volcano is in alert level 1, which means that sudden steam-driven or phreatic explosions, volcanic earthquakes, minor ashfall, and lethal accumulations or expulsions of volcanic gas can occur and threaten areas within the Taal volcano island. On August 4, 2020, an estimated 2,750 tons of ammonium nitrate stored at the port of the city of Beirut, Lebanon, exploded. The massive explosion affected residents living as far as 10 kilometers away from the site and resulted at least 200 deaths, 6,500 injuries, $15 billion in property damage, and leaving an estimated 300,000 people homeless. It was felt in Turkey, Syria, Israel, Palestine and parts of Europe, and was heard in Cyprus. It was even detected by the United States Geological Survey as a seismic event of magnitude 3.3 and is considered one of the most powerful non-nuclear explosions in history. Here's a quick rundown of some other events that also happened this past few months. January 8, 2020, a Ukrainian jetliner crashed in Tehran, Iran, shortly after takeoff from Tehran's main airport, killing all 176 passengers on board. Iran later on admitted the unintentional shooting due to human error. The Summer Olympics 2020 was formally postponed due to the coronavirus pandemic on March 24. The International Olympic Committee announced that the event will be postponed to July 23, 2021. Murder hornets in U.S. These invasive insects that are native to East Asia and Japan was spotted for the first time in Washington state. Measuring up to 2 inches, the hornets can wipe out entire bee colonies within hours. The Democratic Republic of the Congo reported the first Ebola case in February. The 11th Ebola outbreak in Congo started in the Equateur region in early June and has since spread to 12 of its 17 health zones, with more than 120 cases and 50 deaths reported so far. Russian President Vladimir Putin declared a state of emergency in early June after 20,000 tons of oil oozed into the Ambernaya River near the Siberian city of Norilsk within the Arctic Circle.